Hi, I'm Pastor Jonathan Whitfield from Corinthian Baptist Church. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our series of videos, Lighting the Way for Home Ownership in Greater Des Moines. In this series, you're going to be introduced to local people and organizations who can help you reach your dreams of home ownership. So it is my pleasure, as well as my privilege, to turn you over to Reverend Robin Jenkins, a member of Corinthian Baptist Church, who's going to conduct our interviews.
I am Robin Jenkins. I'm an advocate for home ownership for underserved communities. Down below in the description box, you will find links to resources that we believe will be very helpful to you. Also below in the description is a link to a survey. We sincerely hope that you will take the time to find that link, click on it, and do complete that survey. With that, let's get to today's video. Today, our featured organization is Neighborhood Finance Corporation, or NFC. We will have a conversation today with Mrs. Stephanie Murphy, who is the executive director. NFC is an organization that is 32 years young. It is home-based out of Des Moines and Cedar Rapids. It services Polk County, Lynn County, and all of those different cities that might be a part of those particular counties. As we get started, what is NFC?
Sure. Well, we're a nonprofit mortgage company, and we lend in Polk County and in Cedar Rapids. And in Polk County, we're in Des Moines, most of Des Moines, and West Des Moines, and Windsor Heights, and Urbandale. And I'll talk about our map a little bit later. And what makes us unique is that every loan that we do has a forgivable loan with it of $10,000, and we're sort of known for that. And so as long as you live in the house for 5 years, 20% of that's forgiven every year, and that's to do renovations. So when you typically would buy a home or get a home improvement loan, you would get a loan like if you're buying it just to purchase the home. But what we allow people to do is when they see that house that they want to buy, but the kitchen needs to be remodeled or the roof needs to be replaced, that they can use the forgivable loan money to do that, as well as borrow additional money. So they can, our average renovation amount is almost $30,000. So people borrow too, but the first $10,000 is forgiven. With a home improvement loan, it's a little different in that a portion of it's forgiven, but usually when you go to a bank, you have to borrow for the whole project, where with us, the first $10,000 up to $10,000, depending on the scope of your project and what you're doing. And that's just sort of, we sit down with each person individually to figure that out. So that's what makes us unique, is that renovation piece and then the ability to have some of it forgiven.
Awesome. So you kind of got into the next question that I had, which was, what are the different ways that NFC can help homeowners?
We have our core programs, which are purchase, refinance, home improvement. And what some people don't realize is that they think we just do the forgivable loan, but we actually are a licensed mortgage lender through the Iowa Division of Banking. And so we do the repayable loan as well as the forgivable loan. And then what we found over time, so we've always had that $10,000 forgiven, live in the house for 5 years, you don't have to pay it back. But what we found is over the time, people's have to really move the needle on home ownership, we need to offer other programs. So none of our programs, our core programs, are income driven. So you can have any income. They're all neighborhood based, and they're all to improve the condition of housing in neighborhoods and to encourage home ownership. But sometimes folks we know need down payment assistance, and so we have some down payment programs, and I can get into those more. And then I think you talked about the Energy Advantage. That's our new program, and that's because we know sometimes people, they really want to do solar or they want to do a heat pump, but that's an additional cost. And so we offer a $10,000 deferred loan. So that means it doesn't have to be paid back until they sell the home, or if they would do a cash out refinance. So it's sort of like getting 0% money to be able to do that. And then as you're experiencing that energy savings, in your home, then you can maybe save more money to pay it back at a later time. So we've just continued to add programs to really expand access for people to purchase and to fix up their homes.
And that's huge. That really is huge. And so I hope that our listening audience is really picking up on that, because in today's climate, when interest rates is so high, inflation and all of those things, so you can literally upgrade your home to be more energy efficient, which means that's a saving, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you're getting these loans with deferred payment, and then some of it is actually forgiven. So that's savings in interest on your different loans that you might be
Exactly. So you could have a $125,000 project, but you're only having to borrow off $90,000 of it because you have the other subsidies available. And then another thing that's unique about our purchase program specifically, and sometimes it comes into play with refinance, is that typically when you go to a lender, unless you put 20% down, you have to pay what's called private mortgage insurance. And that is insurance that you pay to protect the lender, so it doesn't go towards your loan at all.
Yeah.
And what we do is that after you make your down payment, we do the rest of it up to that 80% or 20% down. We loan you at 2% interest.
Oh, wow.
For 10 years. So it's similar to what a mortgage, that mortgage insurance is, but you're earning equity on your home so much quicker. So we just find that people can earn a lot more equity, and in 10 years are in a lot better position financially.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you just touched on another key point. This truly is an opportunity to start building generational wealth.
Exactly.
It really is an opportunity. So I hope that our listening audience is really paying attention, because this is awesome. This is really, really good from a financial perspective. And so as we're talking about that, and we're kind of on that subject, tell us then, what about this journey to home ownership?
Yeah. Journey to home ownership came out of neighborhood finance. We've done a couple of large national down payment programs where we got money, nationally into Polk County to do down payment programs. And what we found in those is that we did expand home ownership opportunities to communities of color, but we weren't making that much impact specifically on African American and Black households. And so we thought, okay, what can we do around more intention? And like all good programs, you get a committee together and get ideas. And so we thought, well, if we could raise some money, and we tied down payment assistance to community conversations. So we invited Black and African American households in, and to a safe space with probably, an organization that they're already connected with, whether that be a church or a nonprofit, to have a conversation about barriers to home ownership, ways to achieve home ownership. And then we offer down payment assistance for those people that meet the income qualifications, and then attend those community conversations, which usually are around 2 hours long. And so we raised some money specifically for that. And we have a diversity inclusion loan originator that runs that program. Her name is Bridget. And they can get their loan through us, through Neighborhood Finance, which we always love, but we also have partner banks, because we know not everyone wants to buy a house and do renovations all in one piece. They just want to buy a house, like that's too much to think about. So we do have partner banks that are also, so it's a real community program, and it's available anywhere in our lending area. And it's either $10,500 or $15,000, because we wanted to offer more money to those for down payment for those communities that were severely redlined. And really were impacted, those urban core neighborhoods that were impacted by redlining and urban renewal.
Excellent. So what I'm hearing is that you will offer one-on-one kind of counseling, but you'll also do like a group meeting or session where people can come in and hear a presentation, and then maybe get some one-on-one assistance or schedule an appointment or any of that.
Yep.
For those individuals that's eligible for the Journey to Home Ownership program.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. And I did hear that it's was designed to help based on some of the devastating impacts of redlining and inequity in the home ownership space for African Americans. Are there plans to move into other communities or offer programs specifically to assist, let's say, maybe the Latino community?
Yes, we do have plans to do that. We have been trying to raise additional money so that we have that to do, but that is in our long-term plans. We don't have a date or
Yes.
anything, but we do know that there's also disparities with the Latinx community and would like to offer really that intentional conversation.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent. That is so good to hear. Credit. What about credit readiness?
Yes.
Do you help with that, or do they have to come being able to meet certain credit criteria?
Right. Well, we are a lender at the core, so credit's important. But we're so fortunate to have strong organizations like Home Inc. and the Financial Empowerment Center here in Polk County. So what we do is, folks come to us at all different stages of readiness. We assess that situation with them, and then we connect them with the community resources that are out there to provide that long-term, let's figure out the budget, let's figure out what's causing the issues so that you can. And we've had real success with that.
Folks, make sure that you check them out. We're going to ask her a little bit tell us about the locale. Where does NFC work? We talked about Polk County, Lynn County, and I think you mentioned some cities. So let's just reinforce that for our viewing audiences so that they might be wondering.
Right.
I think I even saw where you could go out and put in an address.
Right. So I think our lending map, which is on our website, neighborhoodfinance.org, and then if you go to lending map, we have a map for both the Des Moines Metro and Cedar Rapids. And if you can put in an address, and see what's on there. And then we also have the different cities color coded. I think the best thing is just to go look at the map. And we really come up with those lending areas working with the location, the cities that support our programs, because that forgivable loan money comes from both Polk County and the local city that we're in. And so they support our program because they see the importance of keeping homeownership strong and providing, a pathway for homeownership in their cities.
Awesome. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. I just thought about it. Are there any income guidelines or restrictions that you can't be over a certain amount or under a certain amount?
Yeah.
That-
For our core lending program, no. Any
Okay.
income, it's all neighborhood based. And it's really, so like I said, we have a lot of folks that want to stay in their house, but they need to do an addition, more kids or whatever. And so it's just to encourage that of any income level. But we do have what I call like bells and whistles, down payment assistance program that are income driven. And those income guidelines are all on our website. We have a chart out there. And so we just encourage people to go look that. And sometimes it's there's so many benefits that we've been able to raise money for it's almost best just to call and have a phone call with the loan originator or set up a Zoom or come into our office with an appointment and just sit down for half an hour and say, these are my goals. And then we can look at your situation and match you up. And if you're not quite ready, we have resources. We also have like a list of contractors that have worked with our program. You can use whoever you want, but we do have that resource on our website. So we try to help people where they need help. If they don't, that's fine too. And we have an online application as well.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Well, we're going to close this out with why NFC. This is your opportunity to tell all of these listening viewers why this is the program that they really should be tapping into.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to share a testimonial from a recent borrower that closed her loan with us. And she said, I never would have had this happen. I never would have gotten into this home that I love if it hadn't been for Neighborhood Finance, because we did explain the process to her, helped her connect with the contractors. She had picked a home that needed repairs, but really wanted that home. That's where she envisioned her family. So we were able to get her the money so that those repairs could be done as the part of the purchase. And then we know she has sustainable home ownership, right? She's building equity quicker. The roof isn't going to go bad in 2 years, and she's going to have that huge expense. And so it's just that when people come to us and they're like, this never would have happened if you weren't here. And that's really why we keep doing the work.
Excellent, 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 excellent. But again, if I can remind you that if you have questions yet, drop it in comments. Someone will be monitoring, or look for the contact information and you can reach out to NFC directly and get your questions answered. But I'm going to encourage you, reach out to NFC and make your appointment, because your goals are reachable and you can achieve them. Thank you for tuning in today.
Hi, I'm Bridget Robinson with Neighborhood Finance Corporation. At NFC, I'm the Diversity and Inclusion Mortgage Loan Originator and Outreach Coordinator, which means I'm the person who will be working directly with families in our new program. Our nonprofit has launched a new program called Journey to Homeownership, and it's to help more African American families achieve that dream of owning a home. Neighborhood Finance Corporation is committed to equity in our lending programs. Our efforts are in support of the One Economy Blueprint for Action, with the goal of increasing African American homeownership and providing tools and resources in our community to overcome barriers. More than that, we want to help families access the benefits of homeownership, particularly the opportunity to build generational wealth. To qualify to participate in the Journey to Homeownership program, your household income needs to be below 100% of the area median income, and you must be purchasing a 1 to 2 family owner-occupied home with a maximum mortgage loan of $300,000. Your first mortgage can be with NFC or an approved lender. You'll also need to attend a Journey to Homeownership class, attend 8 hours of HUD certified homebuyer education, be approved for both an eligible mortgage product and Journey to Homeownership loan, and sign a purchase agreement in a designated area. If you purchase a home in an NFC neighborhood, you can receive $10,500 as a deferred loan at 0% interest. If you purchase in one of our core neighborhoods for the J2H program, you'll be eligible for $15,000 instead of the $10,500. A deferred loan means you won't be required to make any monthly payments on your loan, and it's available at 0% interest. But you have to repay the loan when you sell your house, or you refinance and cash out equity.
Wow, wasn't that great? Thanks for watching today. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you can be part of the future interviews and hear about all the success stories of our community. It is our hope that you will continue and that you will find with us a successful journey towards your opportunities of home ownership. We want to see you next time. Be there.
Thanks for watching today. Don't forget, look in the description below. There are links that will help you on your home ownership journey.